Woo! Well, we had a great game tonight, and I didn't get to watch any of it. I pretty much literally had to leave the house as soon as the game started. I got home shortly after the game ended, so unfortunate scheduling stuff, but it's whatever. I'm almost done with this, and I'll be able to see the conclusion of this finals in its entirety. Anyway, Orlando did what they absolutely had to do. They held home court, took game 3, avoided going into an impossible to overcome, pretty much, 0-2 series hole. Excuse me, 0-3, actually. So, where do I start? A lot of people are making a big deal about how the Magic shot a finals record 62.5% from the field. 40 of 64. That's pretty extraordinary. So that tells the story right there. Rafer Alston wasn't chucking terrible shots today, as near as I could tell. He was making the shots at least, and he was a big part of the win. He had 20 points, 4 assists, so they needed a guard to step up, and it was Rafer Alston. And I'm not done with the guards on Orlando, but you got to give it up to Alston. And this game was such a typical Orlando Magic game. This is exactly what the Magic want, need, and expect out of each player. Howard, 21 points, 14 rebounds. I believe those were exactly his season averages this year. I think he averaged like 20.8 points and 13.8 rebounds. So he's right there. 5 of 6 from the field, 11 of 16 from the line, drew fouls left and right, got to the line 16 times, so he definitely did awesome out there. Threw in a couple blocks as well. Turkoglu, again, this is exactly what they need from him. 18 points, 7 dimes, 6 boards, 7 of 12 from the field, shooting the best percentage we've seen him shoot in a while. Only 1 turnover, even though he does do a lot of ball handling stuff. Rashard Lewis, again, 8 of 14 from the field, 3 of 6 from behind the line. 21 points, 5 boards, 5 dimes. That's exactly what they want, need, and expect out of Rashard Lewis. Alston, really, that's above his expectations, but it's comparable to what, like, Jameer Nelson did when he was healthy, so in that respect, kind of, sort of. And Mikael Pietrus, he had a nice bounce back game too. He wasn't hitting his threes, but he got points in other ways and ended up with 18 off the bench to go with 3 steals. One of them, I believe, was pretty big near the end, where he stole a pass from Pau Gasol when the Lakers were trying to actually tie or take a lead with less than a minute left, so that was big. 7 of 11 from the field. I think I already said that, but whatever. So that's exactly what this Magic team needs. And I think they played this game exactly like they needed to. Rafer Alston played big minutes. Jameer Nelson only played like 11. They didn't play J.J. Redick at all. I think that's what they need to do. And they just put the game in their hands of their 3 best players, and Alston. So that's exactly what they like from their team. Howard putting up the 21 and 14. Turkoglu being like, the 18-6-6 kind of guy. Rashard Lewis putting up 25-5. That's just exactly what they want, need, and expect. So, ups to them. They got just what they needed out of these guys. And they shot brilliantly. Again, I could go down this list. All these guys, every player on this team except for Marcin Gortat shot 50% or better. Gortat shot 0 of 1, so it's whatever. They shot nearly 36% from the arc and 77% from the free throw line. So all that's very solid. Now the Lakers. I want to give them credit, some good credit, because they played tough. They had a real chance to win this game at the end. They kept it close throughout. I thought they were going to hang, just kind of like sort of give up on the game. But they didn't. Kobe came out on fire. He scored 21 first quarter points. He was on fire. Just blazing. 11 after that quarter, he did slow down a little bit. He ended up with 31 points, which is still great. 8 assists, 4 turnovers, which is a little much, but that's a little more than you would expect, but the Magic are, pretty good at stealing from time to time. 3 boards, so he played well. And he's having a really good finals. This finals could go down as one of the better individual finals in NBA history if the Lakers do indeed win. So 4 of 9 from 3, so that's all great. But when you think about it, he only scored 10 points in the last 3 quarters, 5 of 10 from the line. That's terrible. And that's a big reason why they lost. If he hit some of those free throws, maybe it's a different story. I mean, who knows, but they could have used some of those free throws, and he was clanking them tonight. What else? Derek Fisher played a Derek Fisher game. 9 points on 4 of 9 shooting, 3 boards, 2 dimes. I'll take that from Fisher. Andrew Bynum did not get into foul trouble tonight. He only picked up 2 fouls in 23 minutes, which is great, but he wasn't much of an impact. 4 points, 4 boards, an assist, a steal, a turnover. It's whatever. He's just not part of their best lineup, and it's not his fault. I think Gasol's one of the top 10 best players in the league right now. Odom is top 20, so really it's not Bynum's fault that he's not a part of their best lineup. I thought Ariza probably had a nice little game for himself. Shot a low percentage, which ended up being one of the key reasons why the Lakers ended up losing. Although the Lakers shot pretty well, 51% from the field. That's pretty good, and 35% from the arc. So Ariza sinking 2 threes, 13 points, 7 boards. So that's pretty solid from him. Gasol, I don't know. It was a weird game because nobody on LA rebounded well because Orlando was making all their shots. LA ended up with like 27 total rebounds. So Gasol picked up 3 rebounds, but I don't know if I can hold it against him on one hand because of how well Orlando shot, but at the same time Ariza did get 7. I mean, really the only 2 people who rebounded well in this game were Howard and Ariza. Everyone else was, okay, decent, or just outright bad. It was kind of weird. But, Gasol did his thing. 9 of 11 from the field, 23 points, a couple blocks. So that's good from Pau Gasol. Obviously, you'll wonder where the hell the rebounds went, but it was a weird night. I say the same for Lamar Odom. He didn't play great, but I think he did his thing. 11 points. 2 rebounds, which sounds kind of weird, but again, Orlando just was not missing. Shout out to Jordan Farmar, too, who scored 11 points in 16 minutes. He had a 3, shot 4 of 6 from the field, picked up 3 boards as well. He was a spark off the bench that helped keep LA in this game in the middle, and it led to them nearly stealing Game 3 and pretty much wrapping up this series. So, Orlando did exactly what they want. Exactly what they needed to do, and there you have your result. So it's looking like LA is going to go all out in all 7 finals games, or as many finals games as there are. So that's great. They're not going to fall asleep for a game. It looks like they're going to go all out. I expect LA to go all out in Game 4, Game 5, Game 6, Game 7, or however many games we do need. They're not taking any games off like they did earlier in the playoffs. So, Orlando wins as I thought. It was closer than I thought, but, this LA team is hungry. So, they're doing it. So, that's about it. Well-played game on both sides for the most part. 1 or 2 more plays LA makes. They could have won this one. Orlando, can't ask for much more from them. This is exactly what they needed to do. So, with that said, I'll talk more about Game 4, I don't know, tomorrow or something. So, until then, I'll see you guys later.